out to practice, and excited to have you guys here.
Talk about sort of what your team gains from winning a game on the road at UCLA in terms of confidence and just getting a sense of what they're doing in practice every day is actually working.
Yeah, well, I would say we've been working really hard for a long time now, several weeks and even months, on improving the defense. And I think that our guys really have bought into that, and they've taken ownership on that. And really the first half was a very good defensive half. And the game was one of our better, if not the best, from a defensive efficiency standpoint. And so from a hard work, you always want to see hard work transfer to the games. So from that standpoint, it was gratifying for the players to see that hard work pay off in terms of a defensive effort. Winning on the road is never easy. UCLA has a great team. Look, they have young players. They're figuring things out. It was still a game that could have gone either way. But I was proud of our guys for making some late game plays to help get us the win.
How much you see in practice that you expect to be carryover from what you had on that game?
I expect and I hope for a lot of carryover because our guys were poised. We still had 13 turnovers. Our target goal is 7 to 10 turnovers a game. So we still had a few too many turnovers, some of them preventable. We watched them all as a group. But the main thing is there's improvement, there's growth, and the guys are bought in. I mean, these guys are working hard in practice. They're doing extra film, they're doing extra on-work court, and it shows. It shows.
For guys who work so hard, it's kind of baffling to see some of the careless turnovers that happen late in the game. Is it largely fatigue?
Well, I mean, that's a fair point. We've had a number of different rotations this year. And so guys have been called upon, some to play heavy minutes. And, I think some might be fatigued. Some are probably turnovers where I, as a head coach, can help our guys schematically, drill work, to maybe shave off 2 or 3 of those. And we've been repping that and working that. And when it's all said and done, hey, basketball is a game of great success and mistakes as well. And so there's going to be some turnovers probably every game. I've seen very few games with 0 turnovers. Our job is to minimize those.
So can you talk about team defensive concepts a little bit? A couple times in the field switching the slides over. Like to a man, it looks good.
No, we had a couple bad switches at USC. We gave up some threes, so that definitely happened. We came over on the double team against Collier on the post. Schematically, we're supposed to have high hands, so he can't get the pass through. He did a great job of getting the pass through. We gave up 2 threes on that. And so, sometimes you work the scheme, you work it, you rep it, schematically it works, and then a great player makes a great play. And that's kind of what happened with some of those.
Let's go with Rodney Brown's growth, and got some productive time for him the other day.
Yeah, Rodney is such an interesting and great player because he came in this summer and he immediately was pushing guys, pushing in practice, pushing for minutes, pushing to be the best version of himself. Had a little injury or two maybe over the summer, and maybe hit a little bit of that freshman wall just over the summer with the amount of information. But he has just hit his stride, and he's showing what he really showed us a lot of the summer, the ability to shoot the ball. You started to see in the UCLA game his ability to pass the ball and play make. He has the size and the stature to see over defenses. Had a great assist to Fardas early in the second half. It really just makes everybody better. He's long, I don't know if he's 6'5" or 6'6", but he's long with long arms. And so that can help defensively and rebound wise.
His demeanor on the floor, he looks like for a freshman, plays with a lot of confidence, self-assuredness.
Yeah, Rodney Brown never gets rattled. Rodney's someone who's very poised. He has great composure. But again, there's always that transition going from high school basketball to college. And even in the earliest parts of the transition, for example, in that tournament down in South Orange County, he had great moments. I mean, you look at the San Diego State game, he really helped us get back into that game and have a chance to win it.
Inbounds has been an issue, especially late in the game.
Yeah.
Is there a thought of having one primary inbounder rather than rotating guys through to get consistency there?
Yeah, I think we had one key turnover late in the UCLA game. Obviously, ASU got us, but here's the truth: ASU's getting everybody. Everybody knows it's coming against ASU. They've got Frankie Collins, who is probably, a lot of people would say he's the best in the country at getting steals. But even with that, we're continuing to tighten that up also. That's definitely been an issue. It cost us the game against Arizona State. It was a long, hard few days after that because we looked at all our prep. We knew it was coming. we did the prep, and it wasn't enough. And so that tells me I have to do more as a coach to better prepare our team.
Can you talk a little bit about Jalen Tyson? He obviously has a lot of talent. He's done some really good things all year, but the 4 straight 20-point-plus games, it hasn't happened in 11 years around here, and that consistency that he's starting to develop, how big is that to the team?
Jalen Tyson is someone who his teammates love playing because Jalen not only is a great scorer, but he's going to look to make his teammates better. I mean, you look at the shot that Cohen made, the 3-point shot at UCLA that kind of stretched their lead a little bit late, that kind of gave us some more of a decisive cushion. That was an on-time, on-target pass from Jalen Tyson and Jalen Cohen. Jalen Tyson's a phenomenal passer. He's not one of these guys that's just all about me first, I want to score. I mean, he takes equal joy between scoring and passing. And so it's the fact that he's found that balance has been really, really good.
Can you talk about Devin Curtis's progression? Curtis been burnt a little bit. He's going and getting 2 more minutes each game.
I'm really proud of Devin Curtis. Devin Curtis came into the game. I showed the clip yesterday. I mean, he gets a strip steal on Bona. Bona's basically an all-conference caliber player. And I said, Devin Curtis, your defense gets better every day. Here, you strip an all-conference caliber player, and then at the other end, I think a few plays later or maybe earlier, he catches a drop-off, goes up, pump fakes, draws a foul, and gets to the free throw line. And so, Devin Curtis, he has grown. He has a great voice. He has a great outside shot. He hasn't shown that yet, but he will.
Is there a chance that Askew may be done for the year, or is it too early to determine?
You know, just today we got some new information. Devin Askew has a minor foot injury. However, that minor foot injury is going to require probably 6 to 8 weeks of rehabilitation. And so, you know, in meeting with Devin's met with his family, we've met with the medical people. Devin Askew is going to shoot to redshirt this year and regain the year of eligibility, and we support him 100%. Devin has been phenomenal. He's been an unbelievable part of this team, and we're heartbroken that he had this setback.
And do you feel like Rodney's progression will suit him for being able to take those minutes at this point?
I think Rodney has continued to grow into just a strong role on this team. You know, Rodney Brown is not afraid of a big moment. He's never afraid to take a big shot. He has a confidence that's unique and special for a freshman. And for Rodney Brown, the sky's the limit.
Has his range been a pleasant surprise, or has he shown that a lot in practice?
The range from 3?
Yeah.
I mean, he actually started showing us that in the middle of the summertime. And it was so much so that we immediately moved him to the first team. You know, I think there may have been a little stretch there for just a couple of weeks where there was so much information thrown at Rodney. You know, maybe I kind of got ahead of myself moving him to the first team. You know, we had our top 6 or 7 guys, and he was part of that. And so then I decided I wanted to get him more reps on the second team, just from a learning perspective. But the range you're seeing on his outside shooting, he had that over the summer. He's always in the gym. He has a great work ethic.
Except the 3-point contest. That was a little rough.
You need to ask Rodney about the 3-point contest. You ask him about that. That was kind of a little, it caught us all off guard, but it's all good.
Tell us about what you know about Colorado.
Well, we've watched a lot of film on Colorado. Obviously, they have a ton of different weapons. They have guys coming back from injury. De Silva, we know because I played against him last year. And so, you know, they've got talent at every position.
Expect Cody Williams back?
We're expecting him back. You know, we're expecting him back, but you never know until the tip-off.
They're hoping.
Yeah, that's what we've heard from media reports. And so they're going to have a lot of their guys back. I know this. You know, they're coming off a few tough losses, and so they're going to be hungry. We're hungry. It's going to be a great game.
Defended your defense a few times the last several games. The guy with 3-point, soft trap a little bit. What's the difference in that?
You know, it's you know, in terms of our defense, we're a big-time half-court man-to-man team. That's our focus. You know, there have been times we've sprinkled other things in, but we are a big-time half-court man-to-man defense team. That's what we've been focusing on, and that'll continue to be our focus.
All right, Coach, thank you.